The white flag is going to lead them off to the drop of the green as the white flag slowly raises. The revs come up. And here we go. Green flag flies. And a pretty good start here. Both our front runners having a good start. Let's see if they're all going to the outside. Somebody's got to peel off and go to the inside, and they do. How's it going to come up on the outside here as it was the 45 car of Rodney VanEperen going to the inside, outside, depending how you're looking at it. And it's going to stay top three. Oh, sideways there. Rodney going on the outside, making it happen. Going to quickly move up to P2.
Rod VanEperen going to go around the outside, like you said, Scotty, of that 44. That is John Holtger in the HBI-backed machine. Gabe Johnson, he was quick. We talked about him just in the lineup. He's all the way up to 4th already. He started 6th on the field. That number 25 car, one to watch.
This is a 15-lap feature here in our Pro Stock Division presented by Yamaha. It is Jack out front. We see him here in our Rugged Radio's track cam. They are coming onto the front section here, gripping and ripping over to Monster Energy start-finish line for lap number 1. It's the 97, your pole sitter, Jack LeTourneau leading lap number 1.
Rodney VanEperen in that number 45. Hot pursuit in that 2nd position. Johnny Holtger running 3rd. You see Rod VanEperen really slamming on the brakes and rotating that thing, trying to get to the inside lane of the Fox Factory Rough Rider split lane.
It worked out for him here on lap number 1. He got a little bit crossed up last time by. You see him just roosting, and look at the run he's got coming out of the corner. He had to check up a little bit, staying out of the back. Right rear there of the 97 of Jack. And now they are nose to tail, literally nose to tail, coming out of that section. VanEperen just absolutely on our leader.
The number 45 trying to go to the opposite lane of the 97, Jack LeTourneau. Into the hole turn. Good shot there.
Protecting the inside was Jack. Rodney tries a high side, nothing there. 1, maybe 2 car lengths as they come up to the Monster Energy start-finish line. You see the 97 Jack on the inside, Rodney on the outside. We're going to check here as they come in to the split lane what they're going to do. Rodney's been going on the inside. Let's see if he maintains it. He does, and he has a much better run coming out of it this time. Let's see if he's going to be able to make a bid for the lead coming in on the exit.
Johnny Holtger in that 44 sitting back watching things happen here. He's trying to move to the front. Let's talk about that number 90 car, Scotty. Zach Zakowski, he started deep in the field all the way up to the 4th spot, trying to make a run on the 44 of Johnny Holtger.
Absolutely, having a great run here. We stay with the battle up front, though, as Rodney absolutely got a great run. He's been running the high line, coming out of the split lane to carry that momentum up. He had a good run on him last time. As they come into the back bowl, we'll see as they are side by side, pitching it sideways is Jack, Rodney in the 2 spot. Coming up to the start-finish line, again, about the same gap this time by. At the start-finish line, they go. We have right now 12 laps to go in this one. LeTourneau still out front. VanEperen in the 3 spot, Holtger and Zakowski.
Just off your camera screen, though, that 44 car, he is picking up a couple tenths here and there. That 44 car is going to start creeping into your camera view. That's going to be the battle for the top 3.
This is the best run VanEperen's had coming out of that split lane. He's definitely got the edge now. He's going to carry the momentum on the outside. He's going to have the preferred line going in inside. He worked it. Late on the binders is Jack in the 97. VanEperen to the front. Can he hang on a tight line as they come into the back rollers? A brilliant drive there. Rodney VanEperen goes to the front. He opens the inside. LeTourneau trying to make it happen, but not going to be able to do it. Rodney VanEperen moves to the front.
Now, Jack LeTourneau, he gets to play offense, and he gets to work on the back door of Rodney VanEperen if he can get back up there and catch him. Johnny Holtger, though, right there on the back door of Jack LeTourneau. That's going to be heating up. We're going to have a 3-car battle here for that 2nd spot now that Rodney VanEperen has kind of pulled away.
LeTourneau lost a little bit of momentum coming out of that bowl turn. If you were watching, he kind of got it crossed up a little bit sideways. Now, Rodney goes to the outside lane this time. The first 3 laps, he stayed on the inside lane there, but now going to the option lane here where our leader Jack was, and Rodney now starting to stretch it out here out front.
Yeah, that's a great shot there. You can actually see how far Rod is actually pulled. We've seen how close they were before. Right there's the battle for 2nd between Jack LeTourneau and the 44 of Johnny Holtger. And that's Zach Zakowski in the 90 sticking his nose in the picture there.
You mentioned Zach earlier. He's looking really good here, trying to make a bid. You want to make the podium here. We got a great in-car there of John Holtger. As they are battling there, 2, 3, and 4. VanEperen out front. We are going to have a mandatory yellow here. Competition caution coming up here in a few laps, but VanEperen doing what he needed to do, and a brilliant drive getting to the front.
Johnny Holtger looking to the inside of Jack LeTourneau, trying to make it happen. Not gonna do it, but Zach Zakowski gonna be right there trying to go the opposite way of Johnny Holtger.
It is the 45, VanEperen out front. Last time by, he built up a 3-second lead. Patience was the key with that. He worked that option line each and every lap, able to find the line, tried the high line, got the momentum, beat Jack into the corner, was able to work his way up to a 3-second lead. LeTourneau is in the 2 spot. Holtger is in 3rd. Zakowski 4. Gabe Johnson in the 5. Scott Wasz in the 6. Owen VanEperen in the 7th spot. Berger is in the 8. And C-Pod Cory Podolski in the 9. Rory Navin round out your top 10.
Zach Janke sitting in that 11 spot. Matt Wood, Joe Dresel, Mike Caswell, Kyle Annala, and Matt Bohn going to round out the 16-car field remaining on the track.
It's a 3.5-second lead for Rodney, but John now putting the pressure on Jack as they come down the front section here after the Monster Energy. Start-finish line, trying both lines there.
Johnny Holtger going to the left. Jack LeTourneau staying on the right-hand side of the split lane. Gonna maintain that second position over Johnny Holtger.
Zach, it's such a gamble to go to that inside. We saw it here as we followed Rodney through it, but the other guy trying to make it. It's a chance, but then you lose the chance to get the inside there as you exit it. But as Rodney did, he kept the momentum up, able to work into the next section to get the inside line. So you got to plan it out. You know, 3 turns ahead, you got to be thinking about what line you're going to take.
Absolutely. It brings us back to the give and take that we had talked about earlier. You got to give a little here to make up a little there.
8 laps left here. Rodney VanEperen out front. 2.6-second lead is now as the yellow and red. This is the competition caution. We said about it earlier in the Sportsman. If you're in the back of the field and you had a tough start, this is the time you want to be able to move, bunch it up, and have a chance to try to improve your time here as Rodney VanEperen showing his experience right now. Just a brilliant drive so far.
Yeah, and this mandatory caution, it's really an excellent thing. It kind of re-racks and restacks the whole field, gets us closer together. Let's have some good tight racing. But if you're sitting in the seat of Rodney VanEperen right now, that 45 machine, you did not want to see this mandatory yellow come out. He was sitting there with like about a 3.5-second lead on him, Scotty. He did not want to see that halfway mark come.
I said it during the podium interviews, Eric, to Dylan. You know, he had 3 restarts. You know, he nailed it each time, which is amazing. So Rodney's got to do it because, you know, Jack and John are absolutely going to do it. Now you wonder, Zach, is Jack going to follow what Rodney did and try that option line, you know, through that Fox Factory rough ride split lane? Which lane is he going to do at the start?
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens here.
Thrilling race so far. Rodney giving us a lot to talk about. Starting from that number 2 spot, had to work hard. Trying every lane possible as they all starting to bunch up the field here. 8 laps left to go. Rodney VanEperen starting in the 1 here. Jack LeTourneau is going to be in the 2. John Holtger in the 3. Zach Zakowski in the 4. Gabe Johnson in the 5. Scott Wasz sitting in the 6. Owen VanEperen down to the 7. Bill Berger in the 8. Cory Podolski in the 9. And Rory Navin round out your top 10.
Matt Wood going to take over the 11 spot. Zach Janke, Joe Dresel, Kyle Annala going to be in that 14th spot. Mike Caswell going to drop to 15th. Matt Bohn 16th on the field.
Nice slow pace for these guys. Just trying to give these guys a chance to breathe. For sure it's hot out there. The track not too dusty. The watering has been holding really well, but the ruts definitely, we've seen him after each and every lap, more and more ruts, and definitely going to be the telltale sign as the track continues to go. We talked about it this week. CJ Greaves, the race director, said, you know, we're not going to, it's off-road racing. We're not going to do a lot of work to it. If they have to, in dire situations, they will, but they want to let it rough up and go into make sure it's off-road.
Yeah, absolutely, Scotty. Like he was saying, CJ said this is an off-road race for off-road racers. Let's let the track deteriorate, fall apart. We're not going to be out there, giving it a makeover between every single race, and that's what they have done, and that's what they're showing here. I mean, the track is definitely rutting up. It's starting to form holes, like you were saying. The dust really isn't too bad. I thought that may be a little bit more of a factor, but they definitely have enough water on it and holding the dust down, doing a great job this afternoon.
Rodney VanEperen bringing the field around. We expect to see a green flag here at the end of the front section. Johnny Greaves in the pace vehicle right now, pacing the field to a slow roll. Johnny signals back to the guys. See Rodney, a little brake check there on the 97. You see him playing games right now. Cat and mouse, when the green flag's going to drop. Which way is LeTourneau going to go? As we get ready to drop the green here and go back to racing in our Pro Stock Division presented by Yamaha. The green flag flies. He dives to the inside. Oh, man. Almost contact there. And it's going to be single file going through the backside. They are. They're going to follow your leader. Rodney VanEperen doing exactly what he needed to do. Locked and loaded at the drop of the flag.
Absolutely. The little bit of a contact was the number 90s. Now Zach Zakowski moving up into that 3 spot, as you can see on camera. So we've got Rod VanEperen, Jack LeTourneau, Zach Zakowski, and Johnny Holtger going to be your top 4. Johnny Holtger going to give him some contact, move back up into that number 3 spot, though, on the inside.
VanEperen, a perfect start here as he brings the field around, just flat out, just leaning on it there. Into the back section he goes. VanEperen, LeTourneau, and Holtger. As we got almost 3 wide going to the back bowl. That was crazy. Side-by-side racing. Here's a great shot from the Rugged Radio's track cam as they are bumping and banging, leaning on each other. At the start-finish line, though, it is still Rodney VanEperen leading away. Jack LeTourneau, 0.3 back. LeTourneau hard into the backside. A little bump just to let you know I was there, Rodney.
Yeah, definitely. Jack LeTourneau letting him know he was there and maybe trying to upset the car a little bit, going into the corner, trying to open the door, anything he can do to get around him. We're going to call that clean rubbing racing right there.
Rubbin's racing. You got to do whatever you can here. VanEperen in control of this one. Jack has to do absolutely whatever he can to find a way by. And VanEperen, just like that, putting 3 or 4 car lengths between them. Holtger behind him, followed by Johnson. Wasz moving up a spot here at the start of this one as we follow our leaders over the back rollers here into this flat out back section. It is VanEperen out front. 7 laps to go last time by. Into the bowl turn. LeTourneau trying to come up with something. Closes up under braking on the exit. LeTourneau having a good run here. He's getting a good run right now on VanEperen as they come to the Monster Energy start finish line. They're side by side. It is at the stripe. It's VanEperen, LeTourneau though right there.
Jack LeTourneau going to try to get to the inside of Rodney VanEperen, going through the bowl turn down here in turn number 1 into the Fox Factory Rough Ride split lane. They're going to go 1 and 2 single file through the right-hand side of that split lane.
Closes the gap, maybe a car length, but VanEperen fending off the charge there, LeTourneau. In that back section, you see him leaning on the left rear there, man, trying to make it happen. 6 laps to go last time by. VanEperen, LeTourneau, Holtger, Johnson, and Wasz, your top 5.
We'll see if Jack LeTourneau can make something happen coming out of here in the whole turn. He's definitely had a good run the last 2 laps. Closing the door on Rodney VanEperen, coming up over the Monster Energy finish line. Here they go, coming out of the whole turn.
Big lead now again, back to where it was here. 1.1, about 5 car lengths there. LeTourneau is in second. Holtger is in the 3rd spot as they try to close up. Coming into the Fox Factory Rough Ride split lane. All going to that outside or inside line, depending what view you're looking at here. It is a great race up front. 5 to go that time by. It is the 45. Rodney VanEperen out front leading away. Last time by a 1.1 second lead. Now it's going to be just a little bit more.
Gabe Johnson in that 25 ride. He's looking good, trying to make some moves, coming up through the top 5 right now, sitting about 4th.
Good battle there side by side as we follow the 44 there, battling with Gabe in the 25, slicing the dice and trying to make it happen. 44 keeping the door shut, holding on to that 3 spot. They're going to be coming up to the start finish line right now. He's able to cap it out just a little bit. The order here with 4 to go. VanEperen, Holtger, LeTourneau, Johnson, and Wasz is your top 5.
Yeah, right there you can see the live feed coming off the backside of the 44. Johnny Holtger on your screen. as he made the pass and starts to stretch out a little bit of a gap over Jack LeTourneau.
4 to go that time by. You see the lead from VanEperen at 2.9. It was about 3.4 before the competition caution. As 4 laps to go, 2.9 that time by. As Holtger found a way by up to the 2 spot. John Holtger at the stripe, getting by Jack LeTourneau. So that battle there for the 2 spot, hot and heavy, as we expect him well over 3-second lead from Rodney this time by.
We'll see if he can pick up that big of a stretch here. What was it last time by? Was 2.9 seconds.
I expect to be probably a little bit over 3 seconds, and it is 3.2. What a run here as we follow our leader, the 45, just sending it there at the end of the front straight. He's coming up right now to the Fox Factory split lane section here. It is Rodney VanEperen rocking the Yamaha out front, started in the 2 spot, methodically worked his way by LeTourneau, as now LeTourneau dropping way down as Jack is having trouble dropping all the way out. John Holtger and Gabe Johnson now moving up to the 3 spot. Wasz to the 4, Berger into 5, and Owen VanEperen to the top 6 spot.
Shaping up to be a good race late in this one here. They're going to get 2 laps to go when Rodney VanEperen, that 45 car, he's in the whole turn now. When he comes up out of there across the Monster Energy finish line, they're going to give him the 2 to go signal. And there he is, stretching out that gap over Johnny Holtger, the number 44.
Still over a 3-second lead for Rodney over John. Scott Wasz finds his way to the 3rd spot. Final spot on the podium, able to get by Johnson that time with 2 to go. Wasz never giving up, trying to make it happen here, climbing his way to the podium.
Scott Wasz, last year's champion, definitely making a push here at the end of this race. Moving up to that last podium spot, 3rd, with about a lap and a half to go. We'll see if he can make something happen here.
We had 2 to go last time by. Rest of the field coming around there. It is still Rodney VanEperen. He showed a 3.1 second lead last time across the Monster Energy start-finish line. Holtger second. Wasz is in the 3 spot. We are going to get the white flag lap this time by Rodney VanEperen out front. The view he wants to see, nothing but racetrack in front of him.
Johnny Holtger looking to reel in a little bit of real estate now, almost a second from where he was the last time we talked about him. Now 2.6 seconds versus the 3.2, but we just saw the white flag come out.
Rodney out front. You're wondering if Rodney's taking it easy. We'll see. You can see him going through the split lane right there. The gap between 1st and 2nd, Rodney and John. Rodney worked so methodically at the start of this one, getting by LeTourneau. He was able to put the pressure on him, make it happen. He's got a half a lap left to go. VanEperen, half a lap left. He's got last time by 2.6 second lead. A little traffic in front of him, but it shouldn't come into play. We follow him in a Yamaha number 45, looking to stand number 1 on the podium. As he comes across the start-finish line, a little traffic, he plays it wisely. Across the Monster Energy start-finish line, a checker flag for VanEperen.
Johnny Holtger in the number 44 going to come across in that 2nd spot. 1.8 seconds. He almost gained a whole second on that last lap. Rod VanEperen almost playing it safe, maybe a little bit. Scott Wasz in the number 41 going to come home 3rd. Gabe Johnson 4th. Cory Podolski all the way up to the number 5 spot. Rory Navin, Zach Janke, Joe Dresel, Matt Wood, Bill Berger, Matt Bohn, Kyle Annala, Zach Zakowski, Owen VanEperen, Jack LeTourneau, Mike Caswell, Justin Tessmer, Jeremy Houle, Robert Loire, and Jesse Klaus going to round out the field here in this one. That was our side-by-side stock class Brent, and that was a pretty dang good race. The excitement never ceases to amaze.
No, not at all. And I'll tell you what, it was some kind of showdown once again. We still have a couple races left, but I'll tell you, I mean, don't take nothing away from Johnny Holtger.